Now, here is George. And he's good on the 3-ball. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Back to Thompson. Fires from deep. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Heat out offense. It's a 3-point game. And a wide open look for Hero. No good with the triple. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Hero from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And while many teams are a revolving door of head coaches, Stan, the Heat have valued continuity.
They absolutely have. Eric Spoelstra is one of the longest tenured coaches in NBA history. Only Greg Popovich and Jerry Sloan coached their teams longer. And Spoelstra has had great success, leading the Heat to 6 finals while winning 2 of them.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks. A shot by Thompson, no one's around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo had an NBA body right from the start. And you get the sense he's no stranger to that weight.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
And stolen by Thompson. It's deflected. Stolen by Hero. Powell with it. He's picked up by Drummond. 3-pointer. And that's good. Norman Powell for 3. Powell's got 5 points so far.
An extremely reliable 3-point weapon. Powell is taking that every chance he gets.
Thompson for 3. Nailed from 3-point land. He's got 7.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
For your Heat High Squad, make some noise! Look who it is, fans. It's your Heat High Squad. Make some noise! Give it up for your Heat High Squad.
Miami trailing. Here's Rozier. Pass to Larson. Here's Jaquez. Shot clock at 5. Now Fontecchio. Headed by Porzingis.
The unicorn out there doing what he does on defense. Protecting the paint.
Here's Drummond. George with no one around. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Back to Rozier. Rebound by the Hawks.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Hackett. Back to Fontecchio. The Heat need to get a shot off. Larson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
Putting some energy behind his drive. That's a nice move by Paul George.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Jaquez. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Rozier. Comes up empty down low.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And so it's Atlanta, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Give them a round of applause.
Hero looking around. Took him no time at all on that one.
Timeout. Start it.
Hero's got 6 points.
And Hero excels at that pull-up. It's a shot he has worked tirelessly on.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Hawks leading by 4. And here's McCollum for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, guys. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, the way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work. Back over to you, Kevin.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Got that one up quick. Krejci's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
Well, he's a crafty combo guard. You got to love seeing McCollum play the role of distributor there.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Heat making a switch here.
Once again, for your Miami Heat dancers.
The Heat trailed by 8. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Hero. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. McCollum outside. So the wing on the left. From outside the arc. Drains the three-pointer. And now an 11-point Hawks lead.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And he makes that one.
Well, you see the flashy handles from Hero. He's not afraid to take chances on offense.
Here's Krejci. This one for 3. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, Adebayo usually has the advantage over other bigs when it's time to run.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The Heat trailed by 10. Outside Hero. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the Heat.
Here's Smith. And the layup's good off the glass. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Eason. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Eason's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Smith. Here he goes. Lays it up off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Krejci. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's McCollum. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
Substitutions for your Heat. Hawkins. Yakachas.
1:46 left in the second quarter. Now here's Rozier. He has yet to score. It's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Here's Rozier following the 3 by Atlanta. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. There's There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Thunderous stuff from Jovic.
Pass to Krejci. There's the three. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
The Heat have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Noel. And he jams it with authority.
Well, McCollum can do it all when you give him the keys.
Stolen by McCollum. Deflects the pass. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Jonas to the left side wing. Here's Larson. Reggie with the rebound. To the left wing. Here's Eason. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Atlanta sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Heat trailed by 14. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game. You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 9.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, in the pick and roll set, you expect Hero to take a shot. So when he hands it off, no one is ready.
Now, here is George. He's got 11. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Adebayo throws it down.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Outside for George. No good on the 3.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
And it's Wiggins missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Thompson from long range sinks the triple. 12 points for him.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense. Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And it's George missing. The Heat trailed by 16 and stolen by Thompson. George double teamed inside and stolen by Wiggins. Up the floor and stolen by Thompson. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, that's about as high percentage a look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
For your Heat squad.
On offense, here are the Heat. They trail by 18. Hero from long range. Miami no good on that time either.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point land.
To the inside. Jaquez with the steal. Pulls up. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, no time needed for Hero. He's always ready to fire.
To the middle. Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Out to Powell. A three. Offensive rebound. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now, here's George. He's got 11. 5 on the clock. With the drive. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dump that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
The opposite of a selfish player. Jaime Jaquez Jr. always puts the team ahead of himself.
And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. George double teamed. Thompson for three. .46 seconds left to play in the third. Drummond a screen. Here's George. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. George has got 13.
And that'll serve George well in his career, lightning quick release.
Here's Hero. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
The Heat trail by 11. Pass to Ware. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Atlanta. Their lead of 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Hawks leading by 11. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Thompson. And here's George for three. Cans it from downtown.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. Here's Jaquez. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
And the call will be against Khalil Ware. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Thompson. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Hackett. Back to Rozier. Six on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Jovic. Into the lane. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him.
Oh, look at that!
That's just unbelievable.
And George gets off the floor fast to throw that one down. What an athlete.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra said to the team. He wants his team to be careful with the ball. He's not happy with the amount of turnovers they've coughed up so far. He believes if they focus on being more patient on offense, that will help cut down on the giveaways. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Well, Jaquez Jr. has solid defensive instinct. He understands how to come away with steals.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Thompson with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. And an intentional foul right there. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Thompson inside. The three doesn't go.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
Knocks down the three.
He has such a good jump shooter. Kyle gets great lift and has perfect form.
.151 left to play here in the fourth. Now where? Outside Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo. Layup, no good. The Hawks leading by 9. Outside George. George double teamed. Thompson outside. Driving in. Strong move off the glass.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Hawks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game from Amen Thompson.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Drained from outside. 2 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And that one falls.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Hero is so confident. When he's looking to score inside, he does not back away from contact.
And so they foul intentionally. And that's an intentional foul.
Tyler Hero. 2nd personal foul. Penalty.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his 2nd attempt at the line. No good. And down goes the 3.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so it's Atlanta with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
I don't do, but baby, I don't judge. Do your thing. I'm a king. You won't see me drop no tears. Back to back, white coops.